Hello YouTube friends. I really need to find the remote for my camera because my Mac still isn't fixed, and it's like to turn it on I have to reach way back here, and I always feel like my videos always start out with my face like really close to the like. So anyway, hi YouTube friends. I have a really bad headache tonight, but I wanted to make a video because I haven't made one in a long time. So that's what I'm gonna do. If you look over there, you see that? That is Emily's desk, and it's all cleaned off, but Emily has seen the YouTube video where I talk about her, and so she wanted me to also tell you that Emily's a person that I mentor, and that was the desk that I piled stuff on as a punishment. Like, it was really, really tall. I piled a bunch of crap on her desk as a punishment. Other things I've done to punish her for not writing are locking her in my basement with no food or water. And, what's the other thing I did? And she had to write like 700 words to get out. The other thing that I did to her, I threaten her. I make weird threats. And this is what she wanted me to tell you. I told her that I was going to, like, break into her house one night. And I was going to, like, while she was sleeping, because she used to live across the street from me, which is the longest walk ever. It's a thing that we say. Anyway, I said I was going to break into her house in the middle of the night while she was sleeping, and I was going to get on her bed, and I was going to, like, pin her arms down under the blankets by straddling her and pinning the sheets down to the bed, and then I would just be, like, right above her, just staring down at her, just staring, and just slowly putting on lipstick in, like, ever-widening circles, just, like, bigger and bigger and bigger, if she didn't get a certain amount of words done. And she did her words, and I think it's because she knew that I'm crazy, and I would totally do that. So she wanted me to share that with you, because she's like, you're really not getting across how terrible it is to have you for a mentor. So that's how terrible it is to have Jen for a writing mentor. So anyway, we're on chapter 8 of The Turning, starring Drew Barrymore in England. And we're on chapter 8. I just said that. I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself because I've taken some pills for my headache, and whoa. Okay. Alright. The chapter is called A Bargain, so the chapter title is a hint. Someone's going to make a bargain. Carrie is kneeling beside Nathan's unconscious body, and he's kind of breathing, but not very. And she's trying to wake him up because Dahlia has, like, attacked him. And he kind of half wakes up, and he says, Marianne, you know, and Marianne, his wife. So then she's like, oh no, because he's, like, talking to his dead wife. That's, like, really not good. So she gets a cell phone, and she calls Ziggy, and, she feels really helpless, and she's trying to feel impartial, like she's working on a patient, but she just can't. Then, she is sitting there and checking his pulse and stuff when Ziggy answers, and she's like, it's Carrie, I'm at your place, and where are you? And he's just about to leave the hospital, because remember he had to get stitches because of his thing, where the brick hit him. So she's like, I'm just about to leave the hospital. She's telling him Nathan's hurt, and, you know, get over here. And so then she realizes that, like, the air is full of smoke. And she's like, what is it with her and fire? So she grabs Nathan, and she drags him into the bathroom, and, like, puts a wet towel under the door, and is, like, thinking, like, you know, she needs to just wait for Ziggy to get there. So Ziggy gets there, and he's like, the bookshop's on fire, and the fire trucks are on the way, and basically, like, you know, everybody knows if you're a vampire, the last thing you want to do is go to the hospital. Just like the last thing you want to do if you're a Time Lord is to get shot and taken to the hospital because some cardiologist is going to stick a probe in your second heart and mess everything directly up. Same thing for vampires. So then, let's see, Ziggy throws him in the van, and then Ziggy says, this reminds me of the scene in Return of the Jedi where the Ewoks take Han and Luke and Chewie prisoner and tie them to those big sticks. And one time, I was really, really super drunk at my friend's, and it was at my house, you know, and my friend, and my husband and one of my friends was trying to carry me to bed. like, and they had me, like, by my arms and legs, like, hanging between them, and they were walking me through the house, and I was like, this is just like when Han and Chewie got, you know, abducted by the Ewoks, and then they put me in bed, and I was like, oh, I'm living the dream, everybody, because I was just, like, crazy drunk. Anyway, that's not why I was inspired to write that line. That actually happened sometime later. It's just a reoccurring Star Wars. Yeah, it's like a motif in my life. So we've got him in the van, and she's telling him what's going on. Dahlia broke in, and she kind of has to he sort of gets out of her that, you know, she and Nathan were making out. Then Ziggy takes her to Cyrus's house, and she sees bodyguards coming out. And so she's all like, I have to go up there, and I have to go and try and kick some butt as a vampire. So she goes up there. She gets into this huge fight. Knees this dude in the crotch. Breaks his nose. She breaks some arms. She pops somebody's knee out of socket. Yikes. Anyway, so, yeah, so then Cyrus comes out at that point, because he's, like, just kind of wanted to see what she was going to do. And that was really violent. Something's wrong with me. So, then, she's like, I'm looking for Dahlia, and he's being, like, all nice, like, oh, come on in, and it's dark in the foyer, and she's all sort of amped up, because she just, like, broke these people's arms and legs and stuff. And then she's like, you know, I could jump on him, I could, like, attack him. And, of course, he hears it through the blood tie. And is like, you know, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And, so then he makes some sexual innuendos because he's Cyrus. And she calls him a moron because he's Cyrus. And, let's see. They go into his study. And there's all of these. A lot of stuff happens in the study in this book. I'm kind of into the study. I don't know why. I think, honestly, I swear to God, I think the house in this book is influenced directly by the layout of the Clue board game. So, let's see. He's kind of sitting down with her and doing the whole putting his arm around her and talking about his carpet. And, oh, that sounded wrong. The one on it's a Persian carpet. And let's see. He's got basically Coke dealer fingernails. He's got these really long fingernails. Let's see. And they're talking about, and he's like, you know, you're supposed to kill people. You're supposed to want to kill people. And you're making yourself a martyr. Just stay with me because I'm a good guy and I'll show you how to kill people. And then Carrie accuses him of sending Dahlia to kill her. And then he's really pissed off because he's like, you know, not only were you with Nathan, but Dahlia tried to kill you, so now I'm mad at both of you. Oh, and then Carrie finds out that his name is actually Nolan and not Nathan. Let's see. And she asks him to help. She wants him to help her save Nathan. And he's like, why would I want to do that? And I think he's smoking a cigar here. Because he likes to keep it luxurious. And then he's all like, you know, I don't care what you think of me, but I own you. And she is like, no way. And then she's like, you know, if you let Nathan die, the movement will send somebody else, someone stronger. They'll hunt you down like a dog, and I don't want that to happen. And he's, you know, and she's kind of like, I can't believe it, but I mean that. I don't want this guy to die. And he's awful, and he's like the worst thing ever. But for some reason, I don't want him to die, and I feel like I need to protect him. So, he's basically like, okay, come stay with me. Come back to me. I'm your sire. Just come back to me, and then I'll make sure Nathan gets saved, and it'll all be happy. You don't join the movement. You come be with me, and you live this wonderful life that, you know, I can give you. So, man, it'd be fun to, like, write the books if they went a different way. Like, start there and, like, have all the chapters up to there and then have her be like, yeah, okay, let's do this. And, like, what would have happened if she had stayed with Cyrus? I could write fanfic for my own books. but I don't. I mostly like write fanfic for Covington Cross and the Predator movies. And Les Miserables. I like to write not the musical, but the book. So he attacks Dahlia, and he's basically like, how do you expect me to turn you when you have any self-control and you're attacking my fledglings? And he beats her up a little and is like, you have to go. I think he beats her up a little bit. Hang on. Maybe I read that wrong. Oh. Yeah, he kind of roughs her up a little. So, then he makes her go get the antidote for whatever she did to Nathan. And, let's see. Cyrus kisses her, and she's like, wow. And I'm kissing this guy, and he's awful, and he's a terrible monster, but I'm so attracted to him. And then he points out, he says that when you needed help, you didn't call the movement first. I wasn't a last resort, I was a choice. So she, like, literally, she could have called the movement. She could have done anything. But she chose instead to go to Cyrus. Wow, I really did write this really well. I'm not trying to be vain. I'm like, man, that's good job, Jen. So Cyrus is basically like, take this antidote, take it to, to Nathan, and then you have to be back tomorrow by sunset. You have to be back here like right after sunset. Your ass is mine. And that's the end of it. So Dahlia is completely destroyed because Carrie's going to be moving in and taking her man. And she'd already tried to kill Carrie on numerous occasions. And so now Carrie's going to move in with her new pedo monster boyfriend and her and his girlfriend who is a witch and wants to kill her. So that's like a healthy living situation, right? I'm sure everything will turn out fine for those crazy kids. Alright, well, I guess I'll catch you on the flip side, guys, and maybe next time I won't have like a searingly awful headache that makes me frown and get horrible wrinkly frown lines.